Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom. Nice to be with you again in this format. I'm getting some good feedback about this, so we'll just continue in this pattern. This Shabbat is very special for many, many reasons. The two reasons that I want to address today that is so relevant to each and every one of us is the fact that we bless the month of Kislev, this Shabbat, the month of miracles, the month of light, the month of Hanukkah, the month of Jewish continuity, the month of the development of what makes this shul so special. Chabad, Hasidism, was developed on the 19th of Kislev, and so we are coming into a month of joy, miracles over and above nature, and Jewish strength, power, resilience, and continuity. We're also reading a portion, which is the only portion in the entire Torah, in all the 53 sections of the Torah, that is named after a lady, Chayei Sarah. There's no other portion that is named after a lady. In fact, there are very few portions named after people at all. There's not even a portion named after Moses, or Aaron, or Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob. Sarah, yes. And it is given a name called the life of Sarah, which means we have to analyze the life of Sarah and how she impacted on a level that you might say has transcended all kinds of issues, challenges, and has gone beyond our own imaginations of continuity. And so today, there are so many ladies in the world that are called Chayei Sarah. And Sarah is a common aspect of the Jewish people. What is it about the woman that is so special that we read about this week? Let's analyze it. And we'll talk about it from a perspective of analyzing the first woman that we know marries in the Torah, who is Rivka. And she is 3 years old when she is summoned to come and marry her betrothed Isaac, to leave her house, her family, and come back to Isaac. And the Torah tells us something very interesting about this young girl. Besides the fact that she had the intelligence to make the decision against her family's advice to leave and go to Yitzchak immediately because she did not want to remain in a degenerate, contaminated environment, we are given a very deep insight into this woman. What did she do? How did she in any way add or create a very significant partnership with Yitzchak? Yitzchak is 37 years old, 40 years old at this time, and he's getting married at 40. This is a little girl at 3 years old. What did she bring to the table? Of course, they said she was beautiful, but the 3-year-old, all 3-year-olds are cute and nice. In fact, that she was not even able to bear a child until the age of 12, which is when she started worrying about being barren or being fertile. So it says that Isaac brings her into his mother's tent. And the rabbis question, why does it need to say here his mother's tent? Brings it into his tent, or the tent that he will intend to be the home where they would be married. And immediately Rashi, the classic commentator of the Torah, who teaches the Torah to the 5-year-old child, to everyone, says that the reason it says to the tent of his mother Sarah, because she continued the lifestyle and the value system of Mother Sarah. As long as Sarah was alive, there was the Shabbos candle that burned from Friday to the next Friday. There was blessing in the food, in the sustenance of the home. A cloud of honor surrounded the home. It was secure, protected by spiritual forces. Think to yourself, that's what the Jewish mother brings to the Jewish people. She lights the Shabbos candle. Our rabbis tell us that as we are approaching Hanukkah, you know, you have to have Hanukkah candles. So if somebody has only one candle, can either light the Shabbos candle or the Hanukkah candle. What gets precedence? And the answer is the Shabbos candle gets precedence because the Shabbos candle brings tranquility, peace, goodness, holiness, sensitivity to the home. The woman brings light into the house. She's responsible to establish the home on the basis of the Torah's perspective. She brings blessing in the food, as our rabbis tell us, that the parnassah of a family depends on the wife's diligence to Hashem. And she creates the protection in the home. Today, as we know, there is no protection on the outside of the house. With cell phones, with technology, with access, you can access the worst things in the world in the privacy of your own library, in your own home. But it's the mother, it's the Rivka of every family that makes sure that that holy cloud surrounds the house, so nothing that should not come into that house comes into that house, and only holiness remains in that house. And that brings us to the unique role of the Jewish people who we are, that live beyond nature, like Hanukkah represents beyond nature, Hasidus represents beyond nature. All of it is centered around light. So light your candles tonight. Make sure that you bring blessings, making a blessing over your food, and bring your home onto the foundation of Torah, and be that proud Jewish woman who is on a higher level even than the man, as it says in the Zohar, that when Sarah died, Abram cried because he was missing his most important half. Have a great Shabbos. God bless you. Look forward to see you all in shul or wherever you go.